How much did you spend last week? How much did you spend last month? I know your reply will be XYZ amount. But my biggest question is, how sure are you? And what is your proof? The law of record keeping. The sixth law of personal finance management. Most people are in debt today and they never get out. Your debtor told you you are still owing after you have completed payment. You are even worried that your income is small because you don't take record. So what is record keeping? Record and keeping are two different concepts on its own. Record will validate the content of the information, and keeping will validate the accessibility of that information when it's needed. Record keeping is storing financial activities for easy recovery and accuracy when need arise. Record keeping serves as evidence of transaction. You would have found so many people who are in substantial loss or bankruptcy, not because they haven't paid that amount, but because there was no proof of payment of that amount. Where do I record is your next question. There are two dimensions you must record in if you must be safe or never to get into this situation. The first dimension is digital. You must have a digital record of financial transaction. Yes, digital record of your financial transaction. This ensures accessibility when you need it and accuracy of input at the time of information collection. Number two is the traditional way of recording. We know the traditional recording way, or the traditional way of recording, is for you to have a notebook or a sheet of paper in your hand for taking necessary financial information. And this is how you go. So the biggest question is this: how do I know? Why is this law of record keeping important? Yes, why should I go through the stress? Because many people complain that record keeping takes time. Why should I undergo such stress if there are no benefits? So number one, the law of record keeping will help you validate your progress. You can't check if you are making progress except there is a point A and a point B to measure against. Number two, why should I know this concept? Or why should I know the law of record keeping? You hardly pay money for value you never enjoyed. So many people have been paying debt or paying for equipment or paying for services or products that they never used because there was no evidence of transaction to that product or service. Number three, your credibility is safe and guaranteed. The fact that you have recording will help you against the law enforcement from investigating you at a point in time when you begin to amass wealth. These are the only things that will become proof that you are not a fraudster, that you are not a scammer. So it will help you save your credibility. The last point on why should I know the law of record keeping? The law of record keeping helps your planning process. Remember, we talk about SMART goal in the law of financial planning. How does SMART goal, the A, stand for attainability, and attainability checks your probability of walking forward or moving forward to a new result. This law of record keeping will validate if you're qualified to stretch yourself. Maybe you were saving $10,000 before. You will have that opportunity to check and project how much you can really save in the future. So it will help your planning process. Now is the biggest question: how do I apply the law of record keeping in my life? Number one, get a sheet of paper or notebook for record keeping. Now, this sheet of paper you've gotten or notebook you've gotten, which is a portion or allotted or allocated for recording your daily transaction. Number two, how do I apply the law of record keeping? Pick a time to record your transaction in order to be consistent. Many people will find it hard to record daily. Many people will find it hard to record monthly. So whatever will help you, ensure you record. Pick a time to record your transaction so that you will be consistent. Record daily, very important. For example, you are a trader, for example, you are a service provider, a coach, or a consultant. Ensure there is a system that helps you take record of the transaction you made daily, even though you don't review them on a daily basis. Number 3, on how do I apply the law of record keeping in my life? Record your transaction in this format: income, expense, date, and the amount. Remember, we said record is about you keeping the right information. Many people will get to the point where they have to take action and they begin to review their records and find out the necessary information has not been captured on the day of recording. Number 4, how do I apply the law of record keeping in my life? Review your record frequently. You may decide to review your record daily. You may decide to review your record weekly. You may decide to review your record monthly or yearly. But I advise that you do the review on time so that you can make adjustments in your personal finance management performance. What do you really look for when you review? You are looking for mistakes that you've made so that you can make adjustments. You are also looking for opportunities that you missed or opportunities that you took advantage of so that you can take that advantage or leverage on that advantage frequently.